In this video, I'm going to talk to you about my $250 trading challenge where my first week I made 40% profit in my account. So if you don't know who I am, my name is James Mason. I am one of the founders for Transparent Traders. We are a growing Facebook community, and if you're wanting to find a community that provides a positive environment, check us out. Also, on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. You can get all my videos in the playlist section. I have a free stock trading course. I teach it in 2 different styles. I have an option series that I'm slowly uploading. It's just going to depend on what I have going on in my life. So let's get into this recap for my week in this trading challenge. So, the team members in my group, they wanted to start a $250 or $500 trading challenge. I decided to do the $250. Now, if you know anything about my trades, this is a significant difference with the amount of money that I trade with. So for this account that I recorded with, I took everything out except for $250, and I'm only using day trades. So I can only, I use some swing trades, but anyways, with the day trades, obviously I can only use 3 day trades in a 5-day period. So it does make it very challenging, and also challenging with only starting off with $250. Right here you can see my times and sales, or the trade history for my week. So on Monday the 11th, I took the trade. The 12th, the 13th I sold one, and the 15th, here I am in a swing trade. Let's break this down, and I'll pull this back up again before the video is over, just so you can see all these details once more. So the first one, this was on Monday the 11th. Let's go back. Okay, this is ticker XPO. I took my trade at, I have it written down here, so I took my trade at 9:01:46. Now I'm Central Time, so let's find that time frame right here. This is the 5-minute chart, and it will be right in here. So here I am. I jumped into XPO at 9:01:46, and so I bought 1 call. My expiration was the 15th of March. My strike, $47.50, and I paid $180 for that contract. So I bought right in here, and I was watching this on the 5-minute chart, and I ended up selling at 9:50:04. So let's look for the 9:50 time frame. Alright, so in this candlestick right here, this was when I decided to sell. So you can see the difference from here to here. And so basically when this candlestick opened, I sold it. And my strike price was $47.50. You can see that it is clearly at this point, if you look over here on the right side, you can see the price. It was clearly over $47.50. But when you're trading options, you don't have to meet the strike price. It is complex, but you do have to buy something realistic. But that's not the point of this. I'm not trying to get into the breakdowns of everything. I'm just recapping this. So I bought right here and I sold up here. Now, how did I find this trade? I used my stock scanner that I show and teach in my course. I also have other videos on it as well in my playlist section. So, check those out. But before you use them, I highly recommend going through my stock course and watching the entire videos so you can understand exactly what I'm looking for. There are key details even at the end of some videos that lead into the next one, and they are in order. So that's XPO. My profit on XPO for that trade was $45. So I paid $180 to take this position. That's all I had invested. And I sold for a $45 profit up here. So if you actually look at the contract options, it would have said, when I bought this, $1.80. And so each contract controls 100 shares. So $1.80 times 100 would equal $180 that I had invested. So then I sold at $2.25. So I would have got paid $225. So the difference is $45. So that's XPO. The next one, ticker KO. And I took this one on the 12th. This was the next day. This one, I didn't lose. I had a horrible, honestly, it was a bad trade. I only made a profit of $4 on this. I let like $60 some in profit go because I was honestly getting greedy. I wanted to see more results. And honestly, I was asking for too much with only trading an account that's $250. I wasn't being realistic. And I told my group before this all started that this was something that I'm going to have to fight with. I am used to taking large positions to where when it moves a little bit, I have a lot of profit because I have so much leverage. And this one right here was a challenge for me, to fight that desire of just wanting more. And I passed up profits. So I didn't lose, but it was still a bad trade. So this one right here, this was on the 12th, so Tuesday. I got in at 9:04.21. So let's find 9:04. Okay, so it would have been this one right here. I bought 5 puts. So with puts, I'm wanting to see it go down in price. The contracts I bought expired the 22nd of March, and I paid 53 cents for them. So $53 per contract. And I sold at, well, hold on, I'm sorry. I bought 4 to begin with. So I bought 4 puts to begin with at 53 cents. And then actually at 9:24.09. So let's go over a little bit more. All right, so right in here, I bought 1 more, to average down a little bit since, it kind of spiked up right here and gave me a little bit better opportunity to go down a little bit more. So now I have a total of 5. And I held these until 14:33.17. So let's go over here and find 14:33. All right, so it's going to be in the 14:30 candlestick right here. Now, as you can see, if you look back from, we'll just say right here, since this is the last contract I had bought, you see how this had dipped. Honestly, hindsight being 2020, I should have took it there. 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 And this was my last chance to take it. And I did not. Because I wanted to see this drop more. I was trying to force a trade. And I almost lost on this one because I was just trying to make something out of nothing here. And once this 5-minute candlestick broke through this middle Bollinger Band, with that much momentum, and right here on the MACD, it completely reversed and it shot up on the RSI. I knew that was it, and I sold at 14.33.17, and I sold all 5 puts at 54 cents. So $54 is what I would have got back, and that gave me a profit of $4. So horrible trade. I let so much money pass up, and I had like $63 at one point in gains throughout here, actually a few times, and I just didn't take it. I was wanting more. I got greedy, and I almost took a loss on this. So as you can see, this is why I sold, and it ended up being the best decision that I could have made, because the next day, yeah, I would have made a lot more money, but at the same time, I didn't know that it was uptrending right here. It wasn't worth risking to find out, to be honest. But anyways, like, you see how it went up the next day. So this was just people selling off real quick, and then it shot up next day. So I stand by what I said. I made the best decision at that point based on how this was working out. I ended it with pretty much just breaking even, and I moved on. So the next one, Apple. Apple, this was a swing trade. I took Apple on the 12th, and let's see. All right. So on the 12th, I took Apple at 14.46.23. So that would be right here in the 45-minute candle. And I bought one call, expiration the 29th of March, and I paid $182 for it. Wait, I'm sorry, my bad. Let me back up. I was completely wrong on that, sorry. I paid $252 on this, but my strike price was $182.50. So looking back, my contract would have said $2.52. So $252 for that one contract. And the reason why I took this one, if we look, so this is the 12th. If we look on the daily chart, so on the daily chart, this is a perfect uptrend. This is how I like to swing trade. When I see these candlesticks in the very beginning now, that's the key. Break through this upper Bollinger Band. So Apple, had pulled, well, it not pulled, it came up right here. It ran up and then pulled back a little bit in a day, and I bought at the end of the day. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. And which was right here at this resistance. Well, this thing has upward momentum at this point. If you look right here on the MACD, it had reversed, and it has decent momentum right here. Same thing for RSI. So at the same time, it is completely overbought right here. As you can see on the RSI, it breaks past the 70. And at this point, you have to watch out for a quick drop. But we are also looking at this on the daily chart. So I bought right here, and the next day is when I sold. So let's go back to the 5-minute chart so I can explain it. So the next day was the 13th. And since I had enough time on this contract, I had until the 29th to do something with it, but it's always best to sell these for a profit as soon as possible. Even though it could have went up more, you just don't know. And I'd rather be safe. I mean, I understand that other people, they have different trading styles, but this is me. I'd rather be safe. So I sold at 13.28.35. So 13.28. So it'd be in this candlestick right here. So 13.28.35. I sold. I sold for a profit of $75. And for that contract, it would have been $3.27. So I bought that contract at $2.52 and I sold it for $3.27 to give me a profit of $75. Now the reason why I decided to sell, you can see right here, it opened up, it had dropped with the market, and then it came back up. And the reason why I wasn't worried about it right here, I had a friend who was watching this for me, was because I had this strong support right here at 180.78. And you can see it held up right here, and then it came back up, and then slowly uptrended right here, and kind of leveled out at this point. And I started to just see this die off. As you can see, looking at this MACD, even going back right here, it's thinning out. It's losing its steam and went to reverse. So it came up, and then I decided to pull the trigger and sell. And as you can see, it had dropped. Now obviously the next day it had went up more, and I originally had a sell order in at 186, and it would have ended up hitting, but I didn't feel like waiting. I wanted to take what was for sure at that moment. I took it and I walked away with my profit to go trade again. So the next one, and that was a swing trade. So the next one I took at the end of the day on Friday. In ticker BA for Bowen. Now the reason why I did this, now for these trades, I have been going live in my Facebook group. So if you want to watch the live trade, join the Facebook group. I drop a Zoom link in there, and I also let it go on Facebook Live. So this week I'm actually gonna see if I can go Facebook Live and YouTube Live at the same time, and hopefully it will let me. Hopefully it won't drag down my internet speed. So I'm gonna attempt it. I will test it this weekend, and we'll see what happens. So for Bowen, let's look at the daily chart first. If you know anything that's going on with Bowen right now, they're having some issues with the plane crash this past weekend, which is also kicking up some old things from a few months back, with another one. So Boeing was uptrending very strongly right here, and then this is when it just got bad for them. It gapped down on the daily, and then this day, it ran up, and then the next day red, and here we are with this green candlestick. Now let's look back at the 5-minute chart. So you see Bowen open up right here, and it was tanking pretty hard. It was looking good, and I actually have a trade open as well in my main account that I actually day trade with on the side. So here it is, it's opening up. I was in a profit at that point in my other account in this trade, and right here in this time frame, Boeing was talking to CNBC, and they stated that they will have an upgrade for the software issue that's potentially causing the problem for these plane crashes. And right here is what you call a rip your face off. You can't control it. There was over 1 million shares bought in that 5-minute candlestick. Happened so quick, it killed my position, and then it just uptrended. So at that point, I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Because that information that was said, nothing changed at all. What Bowen had said to CNBC was stated back in October. So nothing changed. I knew this. So with my main account, I started averaging down more. Which sucks because now I have more money in the trade on that account. With this one, it's kind of risky, and this is the only one that I did not go live in because I didn't want anybody else to follow me into this trade, since I am waiting for the investigation to start releasing something this weekend. They were supposed to start releasing stuff, but I understand, this is something serious, it's technical, and things just don't work out as planned. So hopefully they release something this weekend and this trade works out for me, because I bought one put for this at 1226.49. So 1226.49, which would be in this candlestick right here. The reason why I decided to buy in this candlestick was because, it ran up right here, and then it downtrended, it bounced off the middle line, and it came up, and it really didn't have steam at this point. But it came right here, and, it broke past that middle Bollinger Band. It was, pretty decent into the MACD, which is, I wanted to see this push down a lot stronger, and it was trickling down on the RSI. But I bought right here, and my contracts were they expired on the 22nd, or they will expire on the 22nd of March, so this coming Friday. I bought one put, and I bought it at $313, so I paid $313 for this one put. Currently, I am up with a gain of $24. Now, this one is going to be contingent on news this weekend stating the findings on what actually, well, it won't be official of what caused this, but they should have preliminary data that states, somewhat of the cause. And this news is supposed to come out this weekend. Now, anything can happen. In a sense, this was kind of a gamble, and this is why I did not go live. I didn't want people to follow me in this, and I hope this one doesn't end this trading challenge. But without getting to all of the DD I did on this, because it would take forever, that's why I decided to jump into this position, and it started working well for me right here. And we're just going to see how this one plays out over the weekend and going into next week. So I am currently up to, it's $351.12 in my account now. I started with $250. So my account grew 40% in 1 week. I used 2 day trades and 1 complete swing trade, and in a current swing trade right now. And I'll go back right here, and you can see my trade history for all of these tickers. So if you want to see more with this trading stuff, if you want to see me go live, jump into Transparent Traders on Facebook. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and help get the word out about me. I am the only one who truly has a stock trading course out there that is 100% free, and that actually teaches you stuff and makes a difference. So I appreciate you guys taking your time, and I will see you in the next one.